Yes. Halo Bang Nebula. Aduh, pegal. Selamat malam, selamat malam. Selamat makan. Potensi Bang, nggak seru Bang di S. Tidak seru lagi gamenya. Gacaku bau. Kalau gacaku wangi kayak kamu kayaknya nggak pensi Bang. Gacha bau menuju pensi, membawa pensi. Wah, misi apa nih? Oh, ini. Aku aja udah bosan main HS saya kan. Udah berhenti berarti. TL berapa kamu Bang? Gua paling ngemainin akun orang doang sih. Nunggu aktionnya doang pokoknya. Story aktionnya doang. Story ya inilah utamanya lah. Oh, story-nya di luar nala kan anjir ya. Karakter yang sama ada bintang 5 anjir. Nggak ngerti lagi gue. Genshin masih main nggak tapi Bang Limbola? Atau sama-sama udah bosan sekarang ya? Halo Bang Izik, selamat malam. Salah pencet nih. Lumayan kan dapet primo. Halo Marcel. Karakter emang ngebosenin. Iya, kalau lu main terus ngelihat animasinya sama terus, nggak ada mekaniknya, ya gimana nggak bosen gitu lah ya. Kalau Genshin kan sebosan-bosannya Genshin mungkin kalau dulu ya. Sebosan-bosannya Genshin mungkin ya ada hal baru yang bisa dicoba gitu lah ya. Bisa reaction, bisa combo gitu kan yang baru gitu ya. Animasi baru, musuh baru. Aduh. Untung aja bukan yang ini ya. Dibunuh gua itunya apa namanya? Si bebeknya. Hampir aja. Like pertama, thank you. Masih ingat saya nggak Bang? Enggak. Siapa tuh Izik? Udah lupa ingatan ya. Gua nggak main sih, nggak main. Awal-awal doang sih hype banget. Masih ingat saya nggak? Ya ingat lah. Kamu 3 bulan terus-terusan kesini. Bagaimana tidak ingat Bang? Orang yang minta Joki masih minta Joki Spirama pasti ingat lah ya. Yang udah nggak minta Joki baru udah tamat. Apalagi mampir ke stream tidak pernah. 1 tahun sekali. Kalau Genshin masih main. Gak bosan kah main Genshin? Kalau boleh jujur ya. Itu eventnya panjang banget Jay ya. Yang ribet tuh cari cheese-nya satu-satu anjir buat dapetin voucher doang satu. Aduh. Tapi ya hadiahnya lumayan nih, primonya lumayan. Padahal gue kemarin nonton sampai akhir, yang bener mode radio doang mungkin, atau ketiduran impact. Kemarin kan kamu ini apa? ML. Tiap malam kan sekarang mah di server ML mulu ya. Anjir. Orang ketiduran dasar. Mending tidur aja kalau kataku main. Kalau udah lelah, capek, mengantuk, waktunya tidur. Tidur yang nyenyak, nikmat, damai, tenang. Udah kayaknya tuh. Udah 18.25 cok. Oke. Ngobrol dulu dah. Ini bocil-bocil pada kemana nih aja? Udah pada pensiun kayaknya. ASR-nya ya. ASR mundur. Keking main. Turu impact, tidur. Kayak gua sambil main genshin lah ya. Cek. Kafka mana? Belum juga bang bannernya. Masih loading tuh keretanya juga ya. Nggak di gamenya, nggak di ininya apa namanya, nggak di spesial programnya, semuanya upload anjir ya, semuanya update, download dulu ya. Aduh, sambil main genshin tuh. Nggak bosan karena ada mode co-op. Main co-op mulu berarti ya. Masak working. Nah, liatin keretamu udah, liatin kita dulu ya. Liatin gamenya dulu dah. Keretanya bisa belakangan ntar ya. Harusnya mah 5 menit lagi sih. 3 menit lagi lah, 18.30 ya. Ngeng. Oh, udah tuh. Belum kocak. Ayolah bang, kapan bang? Misi harian belum diterima. Toneng. 50.000 doang yang nontonnya anjir. Genshin sekali live stream 1 juta lebih anjir, 100.000 lebih. ASR cuma 50.000 cok. Bener. Musik dulu. Ini artinya apa bang? Kak, itu mah kak. Apalagi itu mah hiragana kak. Ya defend. Bang itu di Majalaya bukan sih, nggak tahu, punya saudara di Majalaya gitu. Punya saudara Majalaya. Iya. Lahir di Majalaya aku. Punya saudara di Majalaya? Kalau boleh jujur enggak. Lebih tepatnya tangga mungkin ya. Kaget aja. Salah.
Albert, if I had met you a few years ago, my creative career would have taken a more interesting turn.
Heard you had something new in the works.
Dah mulai dah.
Let me guess.
Oh bang, harus jadi cekok.
It's early concept.
Tapi cepet banget perasaannya. Biasanya malam jam 7. Setengah 7 aja.
But still, when it comes to key plot points, I'm in need of some inspiration.
Ooh, inspiration. How about
this?
We give you some ideas. After all, when it comes to scripts, we're seasoned professionals.
Kan kamu yang ngasih tahu nyamuk kocak artinya. Ya kamu cuma ngasih kata hiragananya doang. Jadi gua harus jawab dengan perfect gitu. Wow. Mana si Angie aja, si Angie nggak ada.
Release your full potential. The power you carry is the key to opening a way through to the ambrosial arbor. Just coming here triggered your memory.
Biasa aja ya. Kenapa gua mah? Ada musuh baru tuh juga tuh ya. Yang kayak si istri suaminya ya gua.
The karma of past lives changed the world.
Sangat kocak.
Turn on one another and destroy that which you love with your own hands.
Aduh. Kayaknya nggak rame bang. Nggak kayak.
Whether or not your world has a day-night cycle. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm your buddy Albert, and welcome to the version 1.2 Even Immortality Ends special program. Today, we have 3 special guests in the hot seats. Introducing!
Hey guys, I'm Cheryl Texera, and I voice Kafka.
Hey there, I'm Damon Mills, and I voice Blade.
Hi folks, my name is Corey Landis, and I voice Welt.
Guys, it's great to have you with us. Man, that trailer was a roller coaster. Corey, your thoughts?
Whoa, me already? Okay. It looked like various factions were getting ready for battle. I think we're one move away from a serious showdown here.
Agreed. It was cool to see some new environments and enemies, too. I better get my team in order.
You're gonna need to, my friend. In version 1.2, the Xianzhou Lao Fu will face a setback that threatens the fate of the whole alliance. The Trailblazer will need to pass through various delves and arrive at the location of the sealed ambrosial arbor, where a decisive battle with the one responsible for the Stellaron disaster awaits.
Not to mention, Don Hung finally gets reunited with the Astral Express crew.
Don Hung's journey has been longer than most could imagine.
Care to elaborate, Damon?
I didn't say anything.
Ah, come on, guys. You're trying to get me fired here. Editors, cut that bit out. What was I gonna say? Oh, right. The story left off on a bit of a cliffhanger last time.
It sure did. I mean, why did Jing Yuan deploy those forces? Who is he trying to catch?
And what about the Stellaron hunters? Where did they go after escaping?
Well, who says they went anywhere?
Cut that out, too. I'm sure all these questions will be answered in the upcoming story. Now, aside from Trailblaze mission updates, version 1.2 will see new characters coming to the warp. First on the scene, Blade.
I have a question for Damon. If, say, there were 5 people, would I be one of them?
I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
Don't look at me. I don't know anything about anything. Okay?
Well, I'm pretty sure I'm not one of the 5 people, but here is a fact for you. Whenever Blade gets scary, it's the Mara flaring up.
Isn't he always scary?
He usually does what I tell him.
I should probably unpack that a little. Blade relies on Kafka's spirit whisper to suppress the Mara inside him.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. You know, most of the time, Bladey's a nice, quiet boy.
Totally. He's not a strong communicator, that's for sure. I'm pretty sure half my recording sessions have focused on 2 sounds. Number 1, Number 2,
I can believe that. Huh. It's strange that a lone wolf like him would want to team up with the Stellaron hunters. Unless Kafka's spirit whispered him into it?
Kafka was more of a go-between. The real reason Blade joined was because Elio promised him the outcome he desired.
Outcome? Meaning vengeance? Look, a certain someone on the Express has been having nightmares about this guy.
Not just vengeance, a funeral.
A funeral?
his own, to be precise. Through unexpected circumstances, Blade became immortal. His body recovers from the worst of sicknesses and the gravest of injuries, even from death itself. Those bandages aren't for show. For Blade, immortality isn't a blessing. It's a curse that follows him wherever he goes.
Yikes. And I thought I had a problem, huh? Well, let's leave something to the imagination here. I'm sure our Trailblazers will find out more about Blade's backstory as things unfold. For now, let's take a look at what he's capable of on the battlefield. Blade is a wind-type character, following the path of destruction. By consuming his own HP, he's able to deal greater damage to enemies. And I guess that's the risk you take when you're immortal. Huh?
Blade's skill consumes a set amount of his own HP and initiates Hellscape. While Hellscape is active, Blade deals greater damage, and his basic attack is enhanced from Shard Sword to Forest of Swords. While Shard Sword is a single target attack, Forest of Swords deals damage to multiple enemies.
I got a question. Can Blade still use his skill if his HP isn't enough to cover the set amount?
In that situation, when Blade uses his skill, his HP decreases to 1.
Ooh, that sounds a little dicey.
A bit. Well, there's a silver lining. When Blade's HP decreases, his talent is triggered, granting him a charge. When charges are fully stacked, Blade unleashes a follow-up attack on all enemies and recovers a set amount of HP. When Blade unleashes his ultimate, his HP is set to 50% of his max HP, and he deals massive damage to a single target and adjacent enemies.
HP for damage, huh? Interesting. No wonder he's so indifferent to being healed. Huh?
And the more HP Blade loses, the more damage his ultimate deals.
Yeah, it does. Blade's technique, Karma Wind, also consumes his HP and deals wind damage to all enemies after entering battle.
When it comes to taking damage, Blade should be more afraid of himself than his enemies.
This hurts me more than it hurts you.
Ooh. New ultimate line, anyone?
We can't let Blade steal the show. It's time to talk about another Stellaron hunter. His partner in crime, Kafka. Kafka's a familiar face at this point in the story. She was the first person the Trailblazer set eyes on, and meaning Kafka must have been there for the Trailblazer's first words, the first step. No wonder so many players are calling her.
Okay. I don't think that's gonna get past the editors there, Albert. Look, what I am interested in is this. Since Kafka appeared on Herta Space Station, she's managed to implant the Trailblazer with the Stellaron, hijack the Express's signals, and draw the crew onto the Cienjo La Fu. It almost feels like she has the Trailblazer's destiny in the palm of her hand.
It's like Kafka said, when it comes to scripts, the Stellaron hunters are seasoned professionals.
Well, that might be the case, but that's not to say the Trailblazers' choices aren't important. What's a script without a director?
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
I've got another question. Why did Kafka join the Stellaron Hunters?
Ooh. So, Kafka was born on Teriez 5, a planet that knows no fear. And literally, Kafka is unable to feel the emotion of fear, and therefore cannot comprehend the value of life. When Elio promised to bring about a change for her, she signed up without a second thought.
Now, for someone who can't feel fear, she's pretty great at making others feel it.
This scares you more than it scares me.
You want me to use my spirit whisper on him, Albert?
Yes. No. I mean, let's move on to Kafka's combat, shall we?
Oh, yes. I thought you'd never ask. So Kafka is a lightning-type character following the path of nihility, and she can deal additional damage over time to enemies. Her skill deals lightning damage to multiple targets. If an enemy is afflicted with DOT, they receive an additional bout of DOT damage.
That is to say, if an enemy is already afflicted with DOT, they receive additional damage both during their turn and after Kafka's attack.
That's right. Not to mention, additional damage doesn't replace existing DOT. I mean, did you think Kafka was gonna take it easy on him? Come on. And separately, after an ally uses a basic attack, Kafka will launch a follow-up attack. Kafka's ultimate, on the other hand, deals lightning damage to all enemies with a chance of shocking targets and immediately dealing additional damage to those already shocked. Kafka's technique can attack all enemies within a set range and deals lightning damage to all enemies after entering battle.
How elegant.
Well, she likes elegant things, and there's a certain elegance to combat.
Kafka's abilities are kind of terrifying. Her enemies are like flies trapped in a web, slowly taking damage until...
Boom.
Ooh, hey, that was pretty good.
Yeah, from HP sacrificing maniacs and emotionless sociopaths to the coolest kid on the block. It's time to introduce our next character.
What? Hey, that is a little harsh. Also, since when did Welt become the coolest kid on the block?
Think again. I'm talking about the born and bred Bellabog hero, Luca!
Oh, come on.
So that's the guy on the light cone.
He looks a little different on the light cone.
Luca is an underworld fighter that goes by the moniker Luca Strongarm. He's a member of Wildfire and apprentice to Oleg.
Wait, doesn't the underworld have a fight club? I guess that must be where Luca spends his time.
Oh, you better believe it. In fact, he's the Fight Club champion, and not only that, he's also a reliable operations consultant for the moles.
So he's with the moles, huh? Does Luca know he's a member?
Probably. The kids of the underworld look up to Luca in a big way. And the reason he fights is to set a good example of dedication and discipline. And speaking of fighting, let's take a look at him in action.
Luca is a physical type character following the path of nihility. After multiple attacks, he's able to launch an enhanced basic attack. His skill deals physical damage to a single target and has a chance of inflicting bleed.
And during battle, Luca can obtain fighting will through a variety of attacks. When fighting will reaches a certain number of stacks, Luca's basic attack is enhanced.
His enhanced basic attack deals 4 hits of damage, with the final hit dealing additional damage to enemies currently inflicted with bleed.
Kids today, no respect.
When Luca unleashes his ultimate, in addition to dealing damage, he also obtains fighting will, and there's a chance of increasing the target's damage received for a set number of turns.
Woo! And when your opponent's fist is the same size as your head, it's time to throw in the towel.
Yeah, well, it's the power of those punches that scares me. I mean, I'm sure having a robotic arm is also a big help, but I think Luca's strength lies in his love of the sport. Oh, and I almost forgot. When using his technique during exploration, Luca obtains fighting will after entering battle.
Jeez! Does this guy ever take a break? Well, it was great to start off the program with a character deep dive. Next up, it looks like we've got 2 brand new 5-star light cones coming to the warp in version 1.2. Let's start with a Path of Destruction light cone, the unreachable side.
Oh, okay. Question. The Paradise Blade mentions in his ultimate line, is that where he's standing right there?
I don't know what paradise means to you, Corey, but a barren sword-filled wasteland isn't my idea of a vacation.
Speak for yourself. Here's a fun fact. Each of those swords had an owner, and Blade was the last one to see them alive.
Oh, whoa! So he killed them for their swords. Only a brutal, calculated, jealous mind could do something like that.
Stop! The maniac and sociopath segment is over. Moving swiftly onto a 5-star Path of Nihility light cone. Patience is all you need. Here, we see, our resident sociopath again.
Okay. Well, looks like Kafka's waiting for the main course to arrive there, huh?
What do you think's on the menu?
You wanna guess?
What are you looking at me for? Come on, nobody eats out, right? During the first phase of version 1.2 in the character warp, Lost Soul, Trailblazers can obtain the limited 5-star character Blade. During the same phase, in the Lycon event warp, the drop rate of the 5-star light cone, the unreachable side, will be boosted. And during the second phase of version 1.2 in the character warp, Nessun Dorma, Trailblazers can obtain the limited 5-star character Kafka and 4-star character Luca. And during the same phase, in the light cone event warp, the drop rate of the 5-star light cone, patience is all you need, will be boosted. And that's a wrap on banners. Whew, I need to lie down. Don't go anywhere, Trailblazers.
Oh ya, ada bukan baru 2. Kocak dah, nggak ada yang ngomen. MSPT 7HA JT CTX. Oh bang, misal Sami aku nggak sempat nonton, kada sibuk, nitip kode aja, nggak mau. Tidak bisa. Bang, bangun bang. Baru bangun bang. Apakah aku tinggalan sesuatu yang menarik? Mundurin aja videonya. Gua juga baru kesini lagi, tadi dipanggil.
Welcome back, everyone! As mentioned at the start of the show in version 1.2, before the Trailblazers' decisive boss battle, they will need to pass through various
Jadi tadi bannernya siapa?
Surprise then? That
Blade sama
1.2
Kafka udah
will
pasti kan?
unlock 2 new areas, the Alchemy Commission
Blade.
and
Blade
Scale
Kafka
Gorge
duluan,
Water
Blade
Ski.
duluan.
Now, the Alchemy Commission. Is that where the Xianzhou makes its medicines, or...?
Ooh, you got it! The Alchemy Commission is one of the 6 commissions of the Law Fu. And, for no prize whatsoever, can anyone name all 6?
Oh, yeah, let's see. The Alchemy Commission, the Divination Commission.
The Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, the Cloud Knights. Oh, shoot, what was that other one?
Drum roll, please!
Suara Raiden lagi.
The Realm Keeping Commission!
Oh, that's right, that's right.
The
Sama.
Alchemy Commission used to focus their efforts
Nyimak
on the
aja.
wave
Halo bang
immortality.
Adam.
But these days,
Aku mau Blade.
it's all about medical research and treating diseases.
Now,
Udah,
the
dan Heng
Trailblazer
bintang
came
5
face to
aja,
face
dan
with
Heng
some
bintang 5.
Alchemy Commission folks in exalting sanctum, but things seemed a little off.
I don't want to create more work for the editors, but I have a theory that the reason why that...
Adjacent to the Alchemy Commission lies Scale Gorge
Tuh,
Water Ski.
patungnya udah ada tuh ya.
The realm of the videographer.
He's just ignoring us now.
We've got a lot to get through. Where was I? Oh, along
so-
with the Alchemy Commission and Scale Gorge Water Ski.
Puzzle terus.
Puzzles.
Kalau nggak karena betanya
Seems
sama-sama,
like
puzzle
Trailblazers
terus.
will face a lot of new challenges on the road to the Ambrosial Arbor. I can't wait.
Oh, Owlbert, are you making Corey read off the teleprompter?
Puzzles aren't the only new challenges Trailblazers will be facing in these areas. There are monsters afoot. First up, a creature of indomitable size and destructive power, the malefic ape.
Tuh istrinya Yula tuh,
And next on the
suaminya
list,
Yula.
an entity rid of the burden of humanity that has remodeled itself in the way of immortality.
Ini masuk emoce nanti ya. Siap-siap anjir.
Yen Ching? Why would the General's aides attack a Cloud Knight Lieutenant?
All will be revealed in the version 1.2 story.
I think we skipped an enemy,
yang
Albert. You
Kingnya
mentioned a
jadi jahat
boss working
dulu.
on the Xianzhou Law Fu. Care for a sneak peek?
Oh, how could I
Kipap demi Dan
forget?
Heng. Gaskeun lah. Ah, Jing Liu, yang bener Jing Liu. Puhuan lah. Bos wiki baru berarti ya.
Hold on your hats, folks. It's Vantilia the Undying, wielder of the power of both the destruction and the abundance. In her first phase, she summons abundance lotuses which restore her HP and reduce the player team's skill points.
Weakening her enemies and strengthening herself in one fell swoop? Yikes.
That's why choosing the right moment to destroy those abundance lotuses is so important. Eliminating an abundance lotus recovers 3 skill points.
Well, you know, when you borrow something, you gotta give it back.
Now, in her second phase, Fantilia uses her destruction power to summon destruction lotuses. These lotuses reduce ally max HP and when in bloom, deal damage to a single target.
So, should we just wait for them to stop blooming before we take them out?
No, I doubt the power of the destruction is as simple as that.
Oh, you're not wrong, Cheryl. When the lotuses aren't in bloom, their toughness doesn't receive damage. As such, Trailblazers should seize the moment when the flowers are open to break their weakness. And finally, in the third phase, Fantilia
Tidak mama
goes
saya
gold.
gacha.
What terrible trick does she
Siapa
have up
yang
her
mama?
sleeve?
Bang, gua kalah
I'm
retop.
afraid Trailblazers
Dapat
gonna have to
apa?
wait to find out.
Tapi kan
I'm
kamu udah
curious,
fancy
where
saya.
did Fantilia even
Iya, nggak
come
apa-apa,
from?
gua
How come
kalian
she
aja.
can use the powers of the abundance and the destruction?
I hate to be that guy again, but all will be
Wah.
revealed in the version 1.2 story.
Anyone here getting deja vu?
Hey, I can't
Dia
go
dapat jadi
spelling all
S1.
the things.
Banyak yang dapat
When the
hebat.
main story
Nggak jadi kayak
combat
Fan
draws
Wibu,
to a
nggak.
close, Fantilia
Kemalaman.
the Undying
Jauh
will
lagi.
join the Echo of War and drop the advanced
Iya
trace
kan?
materials
Bos Weekly kan?
required for Blade, Kafka, and Luca. Regret of infinite
Ya, tapi ini buat yang
And a quick reminder, Trailblazers,
buat yang gacha ini
Echo of
ya, yang
War
buat
has a
Kafka
limited number
atau
of
si ini,
weekly
Blade.
rewards, so don't forget to plan ahead.
Kalau kalian nggak gacha
Also,
dua-duanya
in
mah
version
usah anjir.
1.2, Stagnant Shadow, Shape of Celestial, is arriving, which drops the brand new character ascension material, Ascendant Debris. This is also the ascension material required.
Alah, bos
Well,
baru
if I'm not
battle-nya
mistaken,
sama
it's
aja.
time to talk about version 1.2 events.
Ooh, I've been waiting for this segment. Let's start with Tales of the Fantastic.
FN-nya lah.
The
Nah,
crisis on the
FN-nya dong.
Xianzhou Laofu has subsided, and the feats of the Nameless can be heard on every street corner. Starskiff Haven storyteller, Mr. Cien, is interested in the Astral Express's tale, eager to work his storytelling magic.
Oh, yeah, the storyteller. I'm familiar with him. I wonder what he'll do with the Trailblazers story. His artistic license and collage editing bring all kinds of tales to life.
Well, that's Mr. Cien, all right. To spruce up the tale, he's given us a set of protagonist models.
Protagonist models? What's that?
I hear it's kind of a magical object invented by one of the scriptwriters at the Immersion Club. It industrializes the scriptwriting
Kalau
process.
gacha Kafka emang
As long
katanya
as
nggak
you follow
tertarik.
its guidance, you'll be able to captivate an
Enggak
audience
lah
with your
gacha.
storytelling.
Kan nggak ada jet
To
seller
unleash
gua.
the full potential of the protagonist
Nggak ada
models,
ini
the
juga, apa namanya,
Trailblazer must
blessing.
accompany Mr. Cien into the
Kan aku udah
past
pensi,
and
Bang.
visit historical battle locations. Now, the name might be a little dull, but don't underestimate the protagonist models. Different combinations
Kuroring
have
tuh
different
ada bang,
effects.
kuroring
Once the
terial bang.
protagonist models have been properly
Skip kocak.
refined,
Lah,
Legend of the Trailblazer.
oh
can
si
be a
ini si
runaway
Jason.
hit.
Skip.
Oh, this
Si
sounds
Jason
like
mah
a
nggak
fun
suka
event.
ini, rambut
Well, there's
panjang.
more where
Kafka
that
kan
came
panjang
from.
rambutnya.
The next event is called Underground Treasure Hunt. The underworld appraiser, Bellaway the miner's lamp, is making a comeback.
They say that in Belobog's great mine, ancient ruins have been discovered where many rare treasures and relics are waiting to be identified. However, according to the senior treasure hunter Axe, there exists a space beneath the ruins where relics of even greater
Gacha dari
value
biar
may be
gua
found.
bisa nyoba di
The only
akun
thing
kedua
is,
sama
the
aneh.
road to
Enggak.
the ruin depths is
Kamu
filled
aja
with
gacha di
all
akun kedua,
kinds of
gua
danger.
gacain.
Treasure hunters must steel themselves and explore sealed areas in order to progress deeper
Oh, ada yang
into
bintang
the
4 siapa tuh?
ruins.
I'm sure these sealed areas are full of hidden treasures, but there's always a catch.
Surprise and danger rolled into one. I'm sure Kafka would get a kick out of this.
Treasure hunters will need endurance, courage, and insight if they want to succeed. It's almost certain that the sealed areas will contain enemies, but supplementary items and keycards to other sealed areas are the secrets to progression.
This is a solo mission, right? It sounds like a
Baca
tough
Kafka skip
challenge to
Mampir.
take on alone.
Oh, they won't be alone.
Wah,
During
iya dong
exploration,
jelas.
treasure hunters can be sure to run into
Tapi aku
familiar
pinginnya
faces.
fuhuan.
Let's hope that we're happy to see
Nanti
them.
Hoki akun keduanya
So
kamu
do treasure
ambil.
hunters get any kind of special rewards?
Kan gue udah pensi, mau diambil
course.
gimana bang?
In the underground treasure hunt event, aside from the usual stellar jade, treasure hunters can
Stop gacha
obtain
2
the
pets.
themed Where's the
Teori
Rabbit
gacha stop 2
checkbox.
pets.
Isn't the
Iya,
rabbit in
pinginnya
the chat
begitu,
box?
tapi kan sudah
It's a treasure
pensi,
chest.
sudah tidak tertarik
What
game
I'm
ini
trying to
anjir
say
gua.
is the theme of the chat box is called Where's the Rabbit?
Okay. So the rabbit's in the treasure chest, right?
In version 1.2, the message and chat box functions will be enabled for the first time. Trailblazers can
Kasih
obtain
3 dan
and
Hen dan
swap between
Fuhuan.
chat
Gak tau
boxes.
Fuhuan dulu
And
atau dan Heng
I'm
dulu ya.
not just talking about the friend chat screen. I'm talking about the game's character interaction chat boxes too.
Oh, I love the rabbit design. It seems like something
Oh,
Clara
desain
would like
barunya ya.
too.
Cute.
Yeah.
Emotnya mana
Do you
bang?
think,
Stiker-stikernya
Svara could have
bang.
decided for her?
Oh.
Masa sama bot doang
Interesting
emotnya ya?
Safe to say that chat
Sama
boxes
player
will
dong,
continue to get
emotnya
updates.
kocak.
Trailblazers will be able to view
1 dari
and
4
swap
palingan
between
Jingyu.
those they already have, as well as view those they've yet to obtain.
Gacain kapan?
On to
Ntar
the
kalau
next
ada sisa
event.
dua-duanya gua
Where
gacha
are
buat.
you, mystery trotter?
This
Oke,
really is
siap.
the version of missing creatures, isn't it?
The good news is, all of them can be found. Regan of Bellabog has come across a new scientific research gadget. Homemade sensor number 223. The device is able to detect mysterious coordinates that display abnormal readings.
I recognize that abnormal reading. Isn't that just a trotter?
Oh no, don't tell me
bisa
that we
nyari
have to
babi
fight
nanti ya.
it. I mean, sure, it's a little
Sini.
scary, but it's cute, right?
If I told you it dropped stellar jade, would that change how you feel? Maybe.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
iya.
thing's bacon.
Yeah, sorry.
Bakal
You know
ngedrop
what's
jet
tastier than
sekarang ya.
bacon?
What?
Forgotten Hall updates! In version 1.2, the brand new memories of Cienjo, the Voyage of Novice Trigger, will be arriving.
Yeah, now we're talking.
That's not all. After
Oh,
clearing
di
the Forgotten
Cienjo.
Hall memories of Cienjo Stage 1, Trailblazers
Jadi
can
gratis
obtain
dia
the
kan.
4-star
Next
character
versi benak tuh.
In addition to the Forgotten Hall, the simulated universe will also be receiving an update in the form
Anjay,
of World 7.
SU7 bos.
And the brand new planar ornaments, Brutalin
Oh, bagus tuh itunya, anjir, kliknya.
Keel will be
GG.
added to the World 7 immersion
Yukong E2.
device. And the ride doesn't stop there
Yukong
either.
E2.
In version 1.2's planar fixture event, Trailblazers that successfully
Apa nih?
challenge the simulated universe can obtain a set amount of double planar ornament rewards. Meanwhile, in the
Oh,
Outbreak
ini yang
mission's
double
Cavern of
reward kayak
Corrosion,
dulu ya.
Trailblazers can
Kayak
obtain the
baru tuh.
brand new cavern relics, Longibus Disciple, and Messenger traversing hackerspace.
Nice.
And finally, in 1.2's Realm of
Buat
the
si buat
Strange
itu ya
event,
tadi.
players that successfully challenge the Cavern of Corrosion can obtain a set amount of double cavern relic rewards.
Nah gitu dong ya, nggak kayak Genshin anjir. Kali 2 tuh relik, artifak gitu ya.
Over to you guys.
Ini
No
mah
problem,
moka lah,
we got
batu
you.
lah,
In version
apa lah.
1.2, the 2 companion missions, Letter from
Companion
a Strange Woman
mission.
and For I Have Touched
Siapa
the
yang sudah
Sky
siap
will
ngedate
be
sama
arriving.
Kafka sama
In a
Yukong
letter from a
akhirnya ya.
strange woman, the Trailblazer
Nggak sama
will receive
Bayu
a
doang,
request
nanti
from
sangat
Kafka.
peot-peot.
As for how the Trailblazer should respond, I only have one thing to say.
Akhirnya Kururu
When
bisa
you have a
bugil
chance to make
dari
a
SU.
choice, make one that you know you won't regret.
Gua udah lama bisa bugil bang ya padahal.
In version 1.2,
Tapi nggak dibugil ya.
Isn't he supposed to be passed out?
Nggak mau,
Think
nggak mau
someone's
dua-duanya
playing
ya.
sound bites.
Dasar ya.
I should say a little something about the other companion mission. In For I Have Touched the Sky, an accident has occurred in Stargazer Navalia. When the Trailblazer investigates, they find a
Adahan
girl
nggak?
in
Apa yang
trouble.
adahan?
Who could she be? And what secrets could you
Kamu kan tahu bang, aku nggak suka emak-emak.
Thanks for watching
Sangat.
Keeping Up with Star Rail.
Hey, sound guy, a little early
Lupa
on
gua
that one.
pincet ya.
Before we bring things back to a close here, let's talk about
Nggak ada blessing baru bang, nggak ada yang baru.
reward events.
Nggak ada kartu baru.
Version 1.2 will see the return
Seperti
of the
biasa
Gift of
gratis
Odyssey check-in
10
event.
pool.
During the
Biar
event,
gamenya
as long
tidak
as
dead
Trailblazers log in
game.
for 7 days,
Baik
doesn't have to be
banget.
consecutive. They can acquire 10 Star
Ini
Rail
baru
special
GG
passes.
ya.
Yes! Let's do it!
That's exciting.
Nah, dan-
Can somebody get Corey some water, please?
Kakak mama nyarinya dari mana sih yang tante-tante jaya doang? Nggak tahu bang. Himate P B P G A G B D A K 5 TP BP GA GB DAK. Friend Jason. Apa yang friend?
Well, I said it last time, and I'll say it again. Time flies when you're having fun. Another special program has come to an end. We talked about a lot of
penjara
1.2
software.
features. You guys, got any favorites?
Gotta be that boss
dasar.
fight for me. When the
Sorry,
crew
bentar.
fought the Doomsday Beast and Cocolia, Welt was watching from the sidelines. This will be the first time we see him on the battlefield. So watch your back, Fantilia.
I'm excited to see more of Blade. Heck, I recorded enough fighting efforts to lay down an album. We better get some fight scenes, come on. Not to mention, it seems like him and Donhung are finally about to meet. Something tells me they're not gonna settle things over a cup of tea.
As for
Iya,
me,
nanti
it
gua
is
kata
all
kalau di
about
Discord.
Kafka.
Tenang.
Although I am curious about the Tales of the Fantastic event, because this sounds like Trailblazers have plenty of room to get creative.
Seems like we're all a little biased here. but one
Totally.
thing is for sure, 1.2 is a version to look forward to. Albert here has done a good job keeping us in check today, you know, and there's still a lot of mystery out there for you Trailblazers to delve into.
You guys were a handful, all right. But hey, we made it out alive. That's it for Honkai Star Rail version 1.2 special program, folks. Thanks again to all you Trailblazers for tuning in, and see you for the next one.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Cheerio.
Bye Kafka-chan. Tapi enaknya apa?
Oh, yeah, let's see the.
Stacks.
Dipanggil.
Luca's basic attack is enhanced.
His enhanced basic attack deals 4 inflicted with bleed.
Siapa sih yang namanya?
Kids
Lupa gua.
today, no respect.
Robotic arm.
I don't know what paradise.
The Paradise
Apa tadi?
Blade
Gua nggak
mentions in
lihat.
his ultimate
Luka,
line. Is that where he's standing right there?
I don't know what. Don't go anywhere, Trailblazers.
Kafka band kedua apa kata ya? Ah, iya.
I need to lie down. Don't go anywhere, Trailblazers.
Iya Bang Yosi tahu. Belum take everyone. Takah take everyone. Nih gua pisah nih. Nah, satu. Tak kasih jarak kayak. Oh udah ya. Hanya kemang ada Pak GM. Apa tuh Pak GM? Terima kasih banyak yang gift. Kalau nggak rusak HP nggak bisa copy komen. Ini Discord aja. Oke udah kita udahan dulu kawan-kawan ya. Belum take everyone lupa. Kenapa aku harus take everyone? Udah ya. Oke bos sudah dulu kawan-kawan. Thank you semuanya yang udah mampir, yang udah like, yang udah subscribe. Sampai jumpa di next stream ya. Bye bye. Sumpah udah nggak seru Eva-nya.